Hey, it's Will Shannon here, and I want to talk to you about 3 ways to raise your IQ and minimize brain problems. IQ is really something we associate with the brain. And in natural health, we look at what are your weakest organs, what areas do you want to improve. So if we look at it sort of chunking up to that level, we say, all right, well, what's going to feed the brain? So I'm going to give you 3 quick ways. One is herbs. Now, herbs that we use for the brain are ginkgo biloba, brahmi, rosemary. There's really 2 types of bacopa. One's called brahmi and one's called godakola. They're Indian herbs. All of these are in the brain mix. Now, in the brain and circulation mix that I sell, I also have a couple of herbs in there for the liver. And that's because to detoxify the poisons out of the bloodstream that may be crossing the blood-brain barrier, we detoxify the liver, which ultimately goes out through the intestines, which is why when we have like a brain pack or a cognition pack or whatever it's called by the time you see this, we want brain, liver, and an intestinal mix all in one lot. There's really 3 things you need to do. One is get those herbs into you on a daily basis. And I've got a clue for you. Take herbs like you would a multivitamin. They often have up to 100 compounds in there. And vitamin A, C, B, D, E, they're just repetitive patterns that people find that are across the board. But herbs have 100 things in there that you probably never would have taken in your life. And let me tell you, once you start taking those in, you really have the edge on other people and on yourself, pushing the edge of what's possible for you. Secondly, with raising your IQ, is make sure that your first vertebrae in your neck is in. I'm getting a bit confused because I wasn't sure whether to give you the second bit or the third bit or whether to switch them around. So the second bit is make sure that your first vertebrae, your atlas, is in. And I would definitely recommend you go and see a cranial osteopath, someone who's really competent, not a chiropractor, although they're fine too, not a general osteopath, but someone who can work on the millimeters in the cranium and make sure that that first vertebrae is sitting at a level that allows all the nerves between your brain and your body to be communicating at 1,000%. And most osteopaths will tell you everyone walking around has a degree of nerve compression running down their brainstem. Definitely something you're probably living with now. Definitely a scary thought. Definitely, I know you get through the day, you need to be smart. Have the edge to do that. Thirdly, and again, this is the last thing you'd associate, get a lot more oxygen in your body. One, if you're smoking, take deep breaths without the cigarette. It's the worst thing you can put in your body. Secondly, take really deep breaths. You need to learn to breathe properly. On the website here, there'll be some things to do with lymphatic breathing. And if you look at the lymphatic breathing, which is a ratio of breathing in to a count of 1, holding for a count of 4, and breathing out for a count of 2, you'll begin to learn how to do that. But certainly you want to be making sure you've got lots of oxygen. Let me tell you, the best way to get oxygen is exercise. If you need to study, if you need to do things, don't do it in a passive position. Do it active, be moving. Get on a treadmill while you study. Make mental pictures, or go for a walk and then come back and sit down and do it. But you need to have be enriched with oxygen. Now, obviously when people are having seizures and they're on Epilim or they're passing out, it can be more challenging. It can be a number of factors, but certainly the first place to start is make sure there's not toxins running through the brain, running through that blood-brain barrier. And the first thing you want to do is get it out. And one of the reasons people think vaccines are so dangerous because the mercury crosses the blood-brain barrier. And when you're first born, your blood-brain barrier doesn't develop for a period, and you want to make sure that, unfortunately, people get vaccines in that period, which many people in natural health think it probably isn't the wisest thing, but unfortunately, this is the medical community we live in now. So go out, do these 3 things. Definitely, you want to be moving every day, getting oxygen. Do not be polluting yourself with cigarettes if you can, or if you're passive smoking, you're smoking. You're a smoker, so get rid of that. Exercise, and thirdly, get some things in your brain. Ginkgo, brahmi, rosemary is a spice you can even put on your food, and you can even do things to the liver, milk thistle and so on, and make sure it's exiting through the intestines.